Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are all aware that the global oil prices have fallen down drastically. It has had impact on the Indian economy, on the sentiments and the confidence of the players of the industry also. So PetroFed along with the ICRA had carried out an analysis, a very comprehensive analysis of the macro as well as the micro level impact of the plunging oil prices on the Indian economy, on the various oil and gas participants and the downstream consuming sectors. I would once again would like to draw your attention on the screen as we present a pictorial representation of this analysis which was done.
January 2016, global crude oil prices hit $27.82 US per barrel, the lowest we have seen since the beginning of the decline in mid-2014. A slew of global factors have contributed to the sharp fall, especially the significant rise in supply vis-à-vis a fall in demand. Crude oil prices are expected to remain at moderate levels in the near term because of high supplies, modest global demand, and lack of consensus within the OPEC to cut production of oil. So what does this mean for the Indian economy? How does it impact the current account deficit? How does it impact the central and state government finances? What does it mean for upstream producers and refineries? And for the common man, how does it impact inflation? What can the stakeholders do to optimize this opportunity and minimize the negative impact? How is it that if the import bill has come down, the trade balance has remained unchanged? Global oil prices affect one and all either directly or indirectly. It impacts the oil producers and marketers, and it impacts the government finances. At an individual level, it impacts the cost of fuel that powers vehicles and even the price of food we eat, among other things. The implications of oil prices, therefore, are massive. PetroFed, along with ICRA, have carried out a comprehensive analysis of the impact of the meltdown of the global oil prices on the Indian oil and gas industry. The study is aimed to enable various stakeholders to assess the macro and micro level impact of the material fall in oil and gas prices on the Indian economy, oil and gas industry participants, and downstream consuming sectors. With the average price of the Indian crude oil basket falling from $105 per barrel in financial year 2014 to $84 per barrel in financial year 2015, and further to current levels of $46 per barrel in financial year 2016, there has been a huge impact on the overall macroeconomic scenario in India, with a sharp decline in imports and foreign exchange outgo, sizable contribution towards decline in WPI inflation, reduction in fuel subsidy outgo, weakening of profits of upstream producers, decrease in natural gas prices leading to higher competitive advantage over liquid automotive fuels, positive impact on profits of gas transmission players, highest ever growth in the downstream sector driven by economic recovery and increased demand, and a significant decline in banks' loan book due to reduced borrowing levels and working capital requirements. As per the report, while the fall in crude oil prices may not have been a very positive development for the upstream sector, the downstream sector has benefited materially from the fall in crude oil prices. The impact on midstream companies also has been positive. The reduced subsidy burden has provided the government with an opportunity to invest in socio-economic policies and infrastructure. So, do we need to revisit the cess levied on oil production? Is it time to relook at the subsidy sharing formula? Is it time to consider LPG and kerosene subsidy to only BPL consumers? Will reducing the differentials between petrol and diesel price help? Do we need to incentivize domestic production of oil and natural gas? Is it time to revise the domestic gas price formula? Is it the right time to invest in assets outside India? The The study report by PetroFed-ICRA, being released today, provides an insight into the impact that decline in crude oil prices have had on the Indian economy at a more granular level, and provides a direction on the way forward, which will help build a stronger economy and a happier nation.
So that was the analysis, and as you say, with every challenge there are of course opportunities. Hope you are able to tap on these opportunities. And now this survey is being presented in the form of a booklet. I would like to request Dr. R.K. Malhotra to kindly present the first copy of the survey to the respected secretary, Shri K.D. Tripathi sir, for the release.